Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oregon State Beavers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So Fresno State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Unloads quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's take a second to talk about Fresno State. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they fly.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
So Oregon State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. On the run, it's King. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Fresno State right back to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Runs through a tackle. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. Snags it over the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Wants to keep it in the air. Back's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to punch it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Great job being physical in the middle of the defense. Goal line situation, third down. Nowhere for the runner to go in the middle of the field, so he tries to use his speed to bounce it, but this ain't high school. This defense has the ability to pursue and chase and get him down.
Let's send the tight end in motion. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, fourth and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on fourth down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Give to the running back. Picks up the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Beavers will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using the quick game. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into the... Makes the catch at the 20. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll try the right side. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Beavers! precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Coming out with it, it's Vincent. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Swings it out to the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big throw.
Fresno State right back to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Flips it out in the flat. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Thomas. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. That was a... well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
He'll do it himself. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there.
Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Right back to the well. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Oregon State! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you've got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
35, please.
Snags a quick pass on the left. Just find a way to make that first tackler whip. He's out to the 21. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Fires left. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Menu narration option is set to off. Key narration volume set to 100. Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the ground. He's got it again.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
College football becomes more and more every year, more nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation, and you could see it right there. DB came flying in there, gets the first sack of the game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give on the inside. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Fresno State hoping to convert on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking deep down the right side. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking for a gap. It's Morrell. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the tailback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He's moving out of the pocket. Fires downfield. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Beavers will punt this one away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Fresno State right back to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's much better job with his decision.
as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The give to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success in the offensive side of the football.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After that last one, they're staring at a second and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Keeps it on the bootleg. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Snagged in the middle. It's 4. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll run for it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Beavers!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Fresno State takes over in the offense booth. Go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points.
There he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And they spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Here we go.
Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock.
On the play. Number 11 on to punt it away.
Punt is on its way. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going to let it go. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to.
Throws toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half.
21, Fresno State, 10.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing.
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. On the ground, it's King. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Beavers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try the run. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Fresno State right back to the line.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
To the air on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This guy's just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Gets the back moving. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll run play action. Sends it downfield. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Fresno State. A great catch and run for 6.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. The Beavers want to crank the tempo. They'll leave it with him. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Give to the fullback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Beavers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Turning it on. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. The Beavers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. The give to the big fullback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Plows through the defense. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physical.
Sneak gets it done.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much in the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Here comes the heat. Finds us back in the middle. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back, you'll get some water itself.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards...
There he goes. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's at the touchdown, Oregon State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Fresno State right back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. He'll keep it himself. Look out, he's got room. first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And they're able to get him down. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize. Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Oh, it's a reverse. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the...
Breaks into the open. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go.
He's running free down the middle. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Beavers! And the pummeling has started. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And then has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun to give, looking for room. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Finds his tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down.
He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.